Before we get started, it's Satar's birthday tomorrow and they would consider it a gift if you could forgive them for the constant running water noise. It's their shitty dollar store fidget spinner. Who could have guessed that holding it an arm's length away wasn't the solution? They promise to continue on their ongoing quest for something quiet to do with their hands while casting. Thanks, and thanks for hanging out with us for 50 full episodes. Now, no turning back, no backing down, nowhere to run, no slowing down.
Humans, Androids, years, horsemen, year, and taxonomy managed to find some earbuds. Welcome to the Wonder Years for all your Animorphs rereading and eventual rewatching needs. It's Teens Lit AF in here. I'm Sarah.
I'm Blair. What's that?
I don't know how to respond to that, and I'm Seda.
It was a thought that just kind of like popped into my head when I was doing dishes earlier, and I said it out loud to my roommate, and then I told my roommate I was going to say that on the Wonder Years this week, and they were like, you should. It is Teens Lit.
And now you know the rest of the story.
Anyways, hey, what's up? I'm Sarah. I already said that.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm in a weird space today because I had 2 cups of coffee after not drinking coffee for like 3 weeks, 4 weeks, longer maybe. I don't know. I don't drink coffee when I'm sick, and then if like I get into a routine of drinking coffee, and if I disrupt that routine like even one day, I just stop. So like I was drinking coffee like 2 cups pretty much every day. And then I was out sick for 2 days, and obviously I was not at work drinking coffee then.
Right.
And I came back not fully 100%, and I was like, I don't want coffee right now, and then I just didn't have any more coffee. So I've had 2 cups of coffee today, and they were 20-ounce cups. One was at about 3 p.m., and I also ate a shitload of cookies, so I've got a weird energy today.
That is so crazy to me. I can't function. I literally can't function. Well, I can pretend to function if I don't have coffee in the morning. I get such bad headaches. There was a time in my life where I was accidentally drinking decaf coffee instead of caffeinated coffee. I'm like, I feel like dog shit all the time, and it's because I'm not sustaining the caffeine dependence I gave myself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The coffee at my work is really good, so I drink more than I probably would otherwise.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, we've talked about my coffee crimes in depth. We don't need to get into it.
Yeah, it's funny just because like normally during like the winter months, I'm just like I don't have seasonal affective disorder. I'm just like I just have depression, and then like here it is 2 days after daylight savings time, and like I worked for 10 hours today. I read a book. I spent an hour cleaning my room and my car. And I'm here doing a podcast now, so maybe I do have seasonal affective disorder. Maybe seasonal affective disorder do real for me.
Here's the thing. I know that it's an actual thing, but also every single person has seasonal affective disorder. Everyone's mood is fucked up by the winter. Like everyone, right? It's just physiological. Everybody gets more sad in the winter. It's science. So it's a thing. Eat your fucking vitamin D. Just get supplements. It's really good for you. This is the least knocked on my ass I've ever been in winter, ever. And normally it gets really bad for me. And this is the first year I've ever regularly taken vitamin D. And it is, like, immeasurably better.
I wonder if
that's
vitamin...
a good pointer because, as soon as, like, daylight savings happened, even though I was massively hungover on the next day, I was like, this is what living feels like. Yeah. This is what being alive feels like again.
Oh, good news. My gummy multivitamins have a shitload of vitamin D in them, so I'm going to take that. Fun fact about these, by the way, the first time I had them, I was like, oh, that's really tasty. And then I was like, well, if one is good for me, I should eat more. And then I just had like 5 or 6 of them.
Well, it just goes through you. It just doesn't do anything.
Not all vitamins. Not all vitamins go through you, so just watch that.
That's true. No, that's true. I can't do the gummy ones because it's just so, they're always so sweet. They're like sweeter than actual gummy candies.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I would rather like force a pill down my throat than deal with that.
Yeah, I've never been able to do the gummy ones because, I'm a lot better now, but for a long time, before I went vegan, even when I was vegetarian, my iron was really low, and there's no multivitamin that had enough iron for me, so I had to take a dedicated iron supplement anyway, and if I took like a multivitamin on top of that, it would have been too much. And now there are probably vegan gummy vitamins, but they would be difficult to find. It's hard enough to find vegan iron because it's all in gelatin capsules.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
I know so much stupid shit about fucking ingredients of things now. The past year of my life has just been learning about ingredients, and I hate it. Do you know how fast I am at reading labels? It's terrifying. You can throw a bag of chips. You can throw like 5 bags of chips at me, and like as they're passing by, I'm like, yes, no, yes. Like, it's like I've just become superhuman for finding fucking ingredients, and I hate it.
It might be one of my favorite hyper-specific things about you, honestly.
Yeah, it's really good, honestly.
For a lot of reasons, but also you can tell me exactly which foods have dairy in it and which ones don't.
It's true.
Which I appreciate.
Yep.
Yeah. It's just like, it's like a nebulous form of knowledge that, like, I'm sure if I looked at it hard enough, I could understand, but, like, that's too much. And, like, it reminds me of that kid I knew in high school who just, like, we were in the quiz bowl team together, and he was the only one who knew any sports questions because he knew everything about sports. And I was like, damn, that's some information that I could definitely get if I looked at a book for like 2 hours, but I won't.
Here's the thing, I don't know anything else.
It's your superpower.
Yeah.
Well, you know how like that thing about, like, you know, if a person goes blind and their hearing gets better, it's like that but in reverse. You're just really good at ingredients and everything else fell away.
Yeah, catch me at the Shoppers Drug Mart in the hand cream aisle for 45 goddamn minutes trying to find any moisturizer that doesn't have lamb skin in it or whatever.
That is so insane.
Yeah.
It's like it's 2019. There's no reason for that. You know what I mean?
I mean, there's all the classic things. Like, there's a bunch of candies that a lot of the dye uses, like bugs and stuff. Yeah. Like, it's all and also there's like massive subsidies. Do we want to talk about the dairy industry? Because we could talk about the dairy industry.
Fucking the dairy. I had to have I was talking with a friend and they were bitching about plant-based milks, and I was like, it literally tastes the same or better. Like, don't even come to me about your fucking cow milk. Like, it doesn't. It's the same. It's the same.
It's 100% true. Like, at this point in my, like, I don't use like milk really much at all. The only time in my life that I prefer like regular milk to like any other milk is with cookies for some reason.
I mean, you just haven't found the right plant-based milk then.
You got a point.
Try cashew milk. That's like really thick, right? Mm-hmm. Or like thicker.
Oh no, I need like a thin milk. My family drank fat-free milk for my entire life, and that's all I can drink now.
Maybe an almond, but the almond does taste very almondy is the thing.
Yeah.
Anyways, the Animorphs.
I could talk about plant-based milks for about.
Yeah, actually, I kind of want to do like a food cast, like.
I today was wearing a shirt that said herbivore and like avocado socks, and I feel like it's basically just walking around wearing a sign that's like, ask me which plant-based milk is the best for you. A guy literally was like, have you tried that the like coconut milk ice cream? And I was like, have I? Like, just activated.
I mean, who among us hasn't, really?
Me.
And you know what? It's fine. it's just fine.
Cool.
Anyway.
So this is by and large the Animorphs book that stuck with me the most. Like,
yeah, we read book 32, The Separation, this week.
Book 32, The Separation. Let's talk about the cover real quick because it's really, really good.
I love this cover. I love, like, it just looks like somebody getting ready to fight, and all of their friends are like behind them also getting ready to fight.
And then they turn into a starfish.
To me, someone just looks like someone sitting. Rachel's just sitting cross-armed, cross-legged. It just looks like someone said, "Okay, now do T-pose," and she was like, "Hold on, let me work at this." And then she turned into a conehead.
Yeah, I remember. This is one of like the 5 covers I remember just staring at when I was in the public library as a child. I never read Animorphs, but I would just stare at the covers.
Yep.
And this is one of them. So the second we saw this, I was like, oh, this brings back some very specific memories.
When I posted this cover, I posted a screenshot of this cover on Twitter because I liked it so much, and I had a friend be like, this is the cover I remember staring at in the library. So I think this one was really eye-catching.
Yeah. It might be the coneheadery of it all.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think we actually said, but it is Rachel morphing into a starfish.
It is.
Yeah.
And, you know, I think also something in her expression, she's just like, what? Yeah, I'm gonna turn into a starfish.
It's so indignant,
Yeah.
but also so perfectly Rachel.
Yeah.
And also, like, at the third stage, she kind of just looks like Justin Bieber a little bit.
Well,
That was just me then?
Yeah, I can kind of see it.
Sure. I think everybody looks a little bit like Justin Bieber.
Yeah. Remember that thing where some online people decided to do a prank where they made a fake Justin Bieber eat a burrito badly, and that was just like a thing that they did?
No.
Sorry?
Oh, what? Really? Oh, shit. Oh, yeah. No, so
That's what this podcast is about now. Sorry, Seda.
this photo went viral of Justin Bieber sitting in a public park eating a burrito sideways.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah, and then like a couple weeks after it went viral, a bunch of like this like group of YouTubers dropped a video being like, "Hey, we faked Justin Bieber paparazzi shots for no fucking reason, just to do it." And it's like, okay, and they found like a
That's
model
art,
that looked
baby.
like Justin Bieber, and like it was a video detailing their process, and then like, you know, 3 minutes of them being like, 1,000 upvotes on Reddit, yeah, whoa, 2,000 upvotes on Reddit, ah! It's like, okay.
Well, you know, that's what art looks like.
It,
And
like, honestly,
if
like,
you can't handle that,
eating
I
a
don't know what to
burrito
tell you.
sideways sounds like part of a performance art installment. Like, I don't know what it's trying to say, but like that just seems like something that would happen. Like you've got like Marina Abramovich 2 doors over doing the artist is present, and then like you're just stuck in this room watching some fucker who looks like Justin Bieber eat a burrito badly.
Yeah, I think that in the right circumstances, if they really kept at it and they were at the point where they were still trying to eat the burrito, but it had been like cut completely in half and it was just in both of their hands, but they were still trying really hard, I could probably be brought to tears by that.
When you say cut in half, are you talking like hot dog style, like down the vertical?
No, like they were eating it from the middle sideways and then they went all the way through.
Oh, and then they okay. Anyways, Animorphs. So what I was saying before we talked about the cover was that this is one of the most affecting books, one of the ones I remember the most as a child, and I mean, it's arguably the most quote-unquote gimmicky Animorphs book, and that may play a reason, but
Sure.
It's also a really fucking good book.
it's crazy.
How can
Yeah.
you quantify most gimmicky Animorphs book?
You've got to, I mean, just in the way that the story is told, the flopping back and forth between nice and mean Rachel. I mean, we see that in the Megamorphs, obviously, but like this is a quote-unquote mainline entry in the series.
Sure. I would say it is of the more gimmickier ones,
Yes.
which is, but most would be hard to quantify.
Also, fun fact, guess Capelgate herself wrote this one.
Oh,
Yeah. It's the last one she wrote. It's the last one she writes until the very last 2.
oh, interesting.
Yep.
Yeah, so I guess we'll get into the things I like and don't like about this book when we get there. So this book opens up with Rachel on a school trip at the beach.
Yep.
To look at the
and
tidal
she's-
pools.
Yep, she's just kind of fucking around.
Before sorry, there's a thing in the opening, like there's the part, like the first like 2 pages that we skim, which is just like yerks, they're real, blah 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 blah. I'm Rachel, can't tell you shit. There's a line that just kind of caught my eye, which is you can put on your Timberlands and stop a couple thousand of them, and I just really like the idea of Rachel just like New York City style, like Tim's and the fucking hat.
Yeah. I kind of had the same thought because I was like, I guess they did have those shoes in the 90s. I just don't really think about it.
And or Rachel Animorph's new boot goofing.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Thanks.
She says something really funny, and I don't remember the exact quote, but she says something along the lines of she's like watching the dudes like do whatever dudes do, and she's like, I'm too cool for them, basically.
Yeah. My notes literally say Rachel is now too hard to play. And another thing about this book that I noted, pretty early on, is that like this book is like funny in like a slapsticky way almost.
It can be, yeah.
Like way more so than like we see the other books. Like there is a much appreciated levity to this one. Like there are still definitely stakes, but like it's also the most like I don't know. Like there is some.
It's definitely the goofiest.
Yeah, definitely. There's some sitcom infusions in here.
I feel like I don't see that at all.
Really?
Yeah.
I think it comes from the heightened characterizations. You know, they're just like of nice Rachel versus mean Rachel. They get to be as like stereotypical as possible, which heightens the ridiculousness of it.
I don't know.
You
I think there are just like some genuinely hilarious moments in here, like when when mean Rachel tries to start a food fight and then like throws a lump of mashed potatoes and then like no one does anything, or like when mean Rachel's like, I'm coming along too, and Jake's like, sure, okay, and then Axe just immediately knocks her the fuck out.
I feel like, I don't know, maybe I was just taking it all too seriously because I didn't find that funny. I found that really hard and like sad.
Yeah, those two specific things were very stressful for me. I was thinking more of
really weird. Not weird. Sorry, it's like I wonder why I did not come to that conclusion. I digress.
No, I mean you're correct in however you read it. I just didn't see it that way.
Yeah. The point that like I found like kind of funny was when nice Rachel was talking to her dad on the phone.
Yeah.
And she was like trying to communicate in code poorly about
nice
aliens and stuff. And I was like, no, none of this is anything.
I remember that scene very vividly from reading this book as a kid.
Yeah.
I really love how like noir detective the opening is. Like Rachel's just alone and she's like, the girls gossip. I don't even care about other people anymore. The boys play at war. They know nothing of war. Glug, 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 glug. Like, and then she's like, and there's my best friend Cassie playing in a tidal pool. Okay, Cassie, I'm gonna go over here now. It's like, Rachel. Okay, bud.
I love her.
And then she recklessly decides to morph because she drops her earring. And she's like, I could just become a starfish. And then some kid named Bailey comes up and is like, hey, you look good. And she's like, I do. And he's like, fuck you. Do you remember when I had a post go viral where that people got really mad at me about?
Is it the mashed potatoes one?
No. This is like when, yes, people have gotten very mad at me for the mashed potatoes one, but I was just telling a story that actually happened to me where a super fucking drunk guy was like, you're like really pretty, and I was like, thank you, I know, and he said, you know? And I said something like, you're not the first person to ever compliment me, or something like that, and then he didn't know how to respond, which was all true.
I remember that post. I did not know it was a you original.
Oh, yeah, that was me. People got super fucking mad at me for it. There's still, if you look in... I don't know if I should tell this. There's somebody looked in my selfies tag, found a whole bunch of selfies of me, like pictures of me, and made a whole post that was just pictures of me and said, why are you so ugly, LMAO, and tagged me. With like screen caps of the post, and like people were always yelling at me about it. It was a whole thing. Anyway, that really that made me have a lot of like feelings towards
online
Rachel.
As hell.
No, but this is also IRL, you know.
Yeah, that too, very much. Yeah.
Yeah.
I really like the line that Rachel says when Bailey is like, "Wow, you fucking suck," and Rachel's like, "Now you know the difference between good looks and a good personality." And
yeah.
The thing is, Rachel, you got both.
She does. She's just the best.
My notes also say I have no choice but to stan.
Yeah. Then, like, Rachel becomes a starfish and a kid cuts her in half. She decides to kill him. And then she decides to kill Bailey. She's doing great.
She screams Bailey, and like she screams, "I'll fucking kill you, Bailey!"
Yeah.
And then like the ocean, like the crash of the tide, drowns out her voice.
Which isn't good.
By the way, are we gonna say mean Rachel and nice Rachel? Because just to say, my notes say from this point, Machel and Nachel, and just now saying it out loud, I realize that could be bad because Machel and Nachel sound a lot alike if I'm talking quickly.
They also look a lot alike, I would assume, in handwriting.
Yeah.
Well, I type all my notes.
Oh, sure. Mean Rachel and nice Rachel is what the book provides us with. It's the canonical definition.
What I labeled it as in mine was feelings Rachel and bad Rachel, so Fachel and Bachel.
Sure.
I guess I would say like aggro Rachel, and then passive Rachel.
Sure.
I don't know. Any wolf and any sort of negative, aggressive adjective Rachel, and then other feelingsy Pisces Rachel.
Yeah.
I was thinking.
I just want to say this about my notes that I have one line in my notes that says nice Rachel parentheses Nachel and mean Rachel parentheses Machel. I changed those like 4 times in the process of writing these notes, and every single time I went through and changed every instance of I changed every instance of like Bachel to say Machel or whatever the fuck I changed it to. So
Sure.
Because
It seems laborious.
it is, but that's how I take my notes.
Very seriously. I was thinking about this. I was like, I wonder, as I was reading this, literally in my brain, I was like, I wonder what Rachel's astrological sign is.
Yeah. She's
Because
gotta have
obviously
some
she's
water
got
in there
Pisces
somewhere. Yeah.
in her chart. Yeah, absolutely.
Just gonna Google see if I can find a birthday for her on the wiki.
I would be surprised if you could. I would say probably Aries sun with maybe even a Pisces moon and rising, if such a thing is possible. I'm sure it is.
Yeah, I wonder.
Okay,
about
hold
her
on.
rising.
I just want to read down this list of. I'm not going to read the entire list because it does does contain spoilers. But here is an incomplete list of Rachel's aliases: Miss Fashion, Miss Properly Applied Makeup, Miss Has It All, Looks and Brains, Storm, Xena, obviously, Miss Peace, Love and Understanding, Psycho, Gorgeous Warmonger, and. Oh, I'm not going to say that one because that's spoilers, unfortunately, but it's my favorite one on the list. I'm sorry that I can't say it out loud.
Those are all really good, though.
Yeah, it is.
So, I'm sure all coming from Marco.
Yeah.
For the most part. So we should just say it doesn't get revealed until like a few chapters in, but basically when Rachel got split in half as a starfish, she morphed back to be, now there are 2 versions of her, and one of them is super mean, and one of them is really nice and cries a lot. And now they're sort of navigating the world. And I mentioned this sort of before we got recording, but because I read like an ebook version of it, I had to reread some parts a few times because it switches perspectives between the 2 Rachels, and the timeline wasn't making any sense. So I was like, is this ebook all fucked up? Like, is my PDF maybe broken? Because I don't understand what's happening here. And then I was like, oh.
Yeah.
I get it. When she meets up with Cassie at one point, she describes Cassie as dressing like someone who should be saying, like, can I fix your faucet or whatever, which is great. And Cassie is butch, and I love her. And
Yeah, she
so much.
also nice. This is nice Rachel, I guess, but it's all Rachel. So this reveals that Rachel for real has a crush on Will Smith, because she says like, does something the way Will Smith can be all cute. So she just thinks Will Smith is super cute.
Yeah.
It was the 90s.
Yeah.
There's when nice Rachel gets like invited to the mall on the way back to the field trip by this girl named like Elizabeth or something. I really don't know. But and she just like gets lost in her own thoughts, and she's like, oh, but I promised to go flying with Tobias. What if I went to the mall instead? But I don't want to go with Elizabeth. I don't like her. What if I went with Cassie, who I like? and then she just like spends a page doing that, and then Elizabeth is like, so what do you think? And Rachel's like, what?
It's
Relatable.
interesting how the only thing, I know it doesn't really work like this because how it's explained later, but basically the only thing keeping Rachel's attention span is her murderous intent.
Yeah,
basically.
Apparently. Yeah. So the moment that I knew something was wrong, because I think that I probably would have figured it out earlier if I were actually reading a physical book. But again, I just thought that maybe the book I was reading was fucked up. And that's why I was distracted by that to not like theorize about what was going on in the actual plot. And then Rachel called Marco cute and said she'd probably go out with him if he asked. And I was like, oh, there's something going on. Okay. I see.
There's also a scene in between where me and Rachel morphs into an eagle, and she just like has this entire internal monologue going at the time that's like, I'm getting smaller, but I'm still strong, even though I'm small, and it was really funny.
Yeah, and then she like kills a fish just because, and Tobias is like, what the fuck? Which is like, Tobias.
Yeah.
You should talk, my bud.
That chapter
Well,
ends
he
with
does it because he's just 24/7 bird.
Yeah. And she just said, it says, I ate the heart. Then it stopped beating.
Yeah, that was interesting. That was a lot.
Yeah, that was harsh. That was hard.
And then we realize, ooh, there are two Rachels, because they both show up at the barn. And then I love that they decide they have to call Eric in for a thing. Oh yeah, because in the background of this, did we learn this in one of the most recent books? Or is this a new thing that they're working on an anti-morphing ray?
I cannot remember.
I feel like it may have been mentioned, but can we go back a little bit? Actually, I feel like we skipped over a couple of very important things that happen at the mall.
Oh, when Mean Rachel goes to the mall, you mean?
When Mean Rachel goes to the mall and says we live in a society, and
I wrote that in my notes. I was like, Mean Rachel be like, we live in a society. She's like looking at all the patrons and being like, everyone disgusts me.
So here's I wrote it down word for word. If you ever want to experience contempt for your fellow human beings, go to the mall. They moo along like cattle, little knots of them, little gaggles of them, like sheep. So Mean Rachel is Banksy confirmed. And then also, there's the start of a very funny thing that I find in this book, which is Mean Rachel saying some of the most vitriolic and hateful things you can say to a person, and then narrating it by saying, I said nicely, or I was
said
like,
politely.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then she almost stabs a girl to death. She doesn't.
I thought that she committed murder, like, when I read this. Because I thought that the twist was going to be that there was, like, a timeline split or something, or they were going to undo it. And this entire book, I was like, why haven't they dealt with the fact that Rachel killed a girl in the mall? And it isn't until right before this recording when I was, like, talking with Blair, and I was like, I have to reread something. Because did Rachel commit murder in this book? And he was like, nah, I don't think so.
The thing is that, like, while she did not commit murder, Rachel very, very much did commit aggravated assault, because she, like, this girl is mean to nice Rachel. This girl, we'll call her Abby. Abby is mean to nice Rachel, and nice Rachel cries. And then Abby walks into Williams Sonoma, which is not a store I've ever heard of, but whatever.
I think it exists.
And then runs into Mean Rachel. And then Abby is just like a piece of shit to her, and then Mean Rachel's like, I'll fucking kill you, and pins her to a wall with a bunch of knives, and like almost brings a butcher's cleaver down on her head.
I was like, Rachel's going to fucking prison.
Yeah.
She's going to jail.
Like,
and she passes by security guards. I don't know how they didn't grab her. That's fine.
That must be a really secluded section of Williams Sonoma. I mean, maybe that's why I've never heard of Williams Sonoma before.
It's a kitchen supply store.
Is it still extant?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I just kind of assumed that it was like. I assumed it was kind of one of those things like Orange Julius, where it's like a thing that like doesn't exist
Orange
anymore.
Julius is very much still a thing.
What?
Yeah.
When was the last time you were at a mall?
I mean, 2-3 months ago.
Yeah, Orange Julius is definitely still a thing.
I
think I had one like within the past calendar year. Not calendar year, the opposite, within a year. I haven't had one in this calendar year.
No. In the past 365 days.
Who wants to hear a fucked up statistic about Orange Julius?
Is it that it's nearly 100 years old? Because that's fucking me up right now. It was founded in 1926.
No, it's more that it has about per 2008 it has 5,700 locations, but only 2,360 employees. Which means that there is less than half a person per store on average working at Orange Julius.
How does that happen?
I don't know.
Almost everyone I knew in my high school worked at the Orange Julius at one point or another, so I don't know how that can be. It must be that like they share employees across locations.
Probably with Dairy Queen, yeah.
And but that's or robots.
Could be
I mean,
robots.
they're still employees, right?
Maybe
No.
This is the thing. Android writes.
Yeah, they're not employees yet.
Are they maybe just hiring high schoolers, and part of their contract is that they their perfect likeness is created as an android that works at one of the other stores? Maybe.
I hope so.
Could be. Julius Freed, what's your deal, huh?
Oh my god. It's Orange Julius is the Illuminati.
Ooh, there is a biopic of Julius Freed, inventor of the Orange Julius fruit drink. It was released in 2009. It does only seem to have one person on the cast.
And it is what we are going to talk about next episode.
They call Eric because they've got to do this whole plan, so they need all of the chi to like pretend to be them and whatever. They call Eric, and his line, because
it's so fucking funny. This killed me.
The two Rachels, and he's like, I gotta stop hanging around with you people. You people are just plain strange.
I love Eric so much.
So much. Just before that, Eric's like, "Are there two Rachels?" And Jake's is like, "Yeah." And Rachel's like, "Any particular reason?"
It's not deliberate.
Marco also, someone like says, I had goosebumps, and Marco says that he used to read those books, and that made me laugh. And it's also what a crossover. Like the crossover
sure.
young adult fiction of the 90s is the Animorphs mentioning the goosebumps. That's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, if you just got like a supercut of like whatever like the book version of a supercut is, like a supercut book of all of the morphing sequences, I think you've got a Goosebumps book.
Yeah.
Yeah. This book is so heterosexual though. It is constantly like I don't remember if it's here or the next barn scene, but basically the thing that Marco brings up is, I guess both me and Tobias can have a Rachel now, and I'm like, is that what is happening?
Yeah, like that is as like so they're talking with nice Rachel. And this is before everyone knows the jig is up, and then fucking mean Rachel kicks on the door, is like, yeah, I'm gonna blow up the ears, woo! And then Marco's like, oh fuck yeah, now I get a Rachel, and like mean Rachel immediately fucking like
it's
scissor
so
kick.
gross.
Like I'm just imagining Rachel doing like the fucking Liu Kang like bicycle kick, like kicking Marco in the chest like 65 times, and then just tackling him to the floor.
It was completely justified. Like she does a lot of like bad violence, but I think that Marco deserved to get hit for that.
Absolutely.
It sucked.
Yeah, it sucked a lot. It's also like so strange because it is, I think, almost the like, other than whatever Jake and Cassie do, like it's the most forthright they've ever been about dubious crushes.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I don't like it. I want it to be only ambiguously heterosexual, you know what I mean?
Let the hets have some of their repression, you know?
I mean, I feel like things have gotten like I genuinely feel like things have gotten like less definitively heterosexual ever since Capelgate stopped writing, and I don't mean to say that that colors anything about Capelgate. I'm just saying that like maybe Capelgate probably had those pairings in mind, and like since this is a book that she herself wrote,
right?
Probably want to just like re-solidify, just like, hey, by the way, everyone, that. But she still snuck some stuff about Rachel, specifically nice Rachel being extremely gay for Cassie. And I also very much like the fact that mean Rachel, like, she walks into the mall, she's like, yeah, I just need a shitload of leather clothing, because I'm going to, just like stone butch, and then nice
I'm
Rachel's just like
badass.
thinking about. Nice Rachel's just thinking about dresses and shit.
She definitely does not go butch. She just goes like motorcycle chick.
Point.
I really like them when the two Rachels are arguing, because it's this incredible just showing the constant internal battle that Rachel must always be having. I especially like it when she's talking about her dad. There's a moment where she's talking about how, well, she had to morph because she had to get those earrings back because they were given to her by her father, and then mean Rachel spits out that it was like a guilt gift, and then he doesn't actually mean it, and then nice Rachel is like, no, it was really sweet, and it's like this incredible that's very much what it's like to have a distant parent and to to argue with yourself about it and want to forgive them but also not trust them, and it was like having it actually laid out was like, damn, nice.
It's a dimension of Rachel that I feel like we have I feel like Capelgate and all of her ghostwriters are pretty good at like keeping continuity going, but it was like I felt like the fact that like her dad left at like book 12 hasn't really, or book 11 or whatever, hasn't really been like touched on too much since then. Like it's been mentioned in passing, but like obviously that's gotta take a pretty big toll on her, and it's never really come up. Like with the same, obviously it's not the same as like, you know, Marco's parent situation, but like, you know.
Yeah.
I also
there was a weird continuity in here that I made note of. Give me 2 seconds to find it. I think we already.
There's
okay. I remember. Okay, keep going. Sorry.
One thing I really like about this is that I like to think of it as, the word isn't meta, but something like that. If I think about it in the context of when it came out, you started to have like divorce be much more normalized and that kind of thing. A lot of couples were starting to separate more often, and because it was becoming more acceptable. So you had this huge generation of kids that was suddenly dealing with like parental separation in a way that previous generations just hadn't. And so I think it's really important that children's media and young adult media at the time was exploring those things.
Yeah, no, it's...
So I really like it that they actually had those things like explicitly said and like had a character give voice to those difficulties.
Right. And really well, too.
Yeah, exactly.
So they have to go on their mission, and Jake is basically like, yeah, both Rachel's...
You're not coming.
Stay out of this.
Get
because
benched.
Neither of you were like mitigating each other, so we can't really do anything about this.
Yeah.
And nice Rachel's like, okay.
Yeah.
Because she doesn't like morphing now because it's scary. And who among us could really blame her?
It's, by the way, confirmed that morphing makes a noise. I understand
I wrote that down too, and I ate it. I hate it. And I hate it. And I hate it. And I hate it so much.
I thought we had confirmed prior that morphing made a noise. Like, you definitely heard it.
Okay, but this is exactly why I've complained about it. Because there's been times where they've morphed. Because remember when Marco morphed in an elevator full of people? Or when they morphed just outside of where Visser fucking 3 was, like, prancing around, like, feeding stone-faced or whatever he does. And every single time I've been like, doesn't morphing make a goddamn noise? And I've been so mad about it. I just want to say it yet again.
In my defense, I have new Rachel memory, or nice Rachel memory.
Yeah, but and I was like, well, I suppose the onomatopoeias are just metaphorical.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But no,
because mean Rachel and nice Rachel are in their room together. Mean Rachel kicks nice Rachel out of bed and then decides, fuck you guys, fuck all of you, I'm going on the goddamn mission, and hops up onto the windowsill and starts turning into a bird. And nice Rachel says she puts her hands over her ears to block out the faint sounds of grinding bones and liquefying flesh.
Horrible. Horrible. So yeah, Animorphs be sprutin'.
And
yeah,
Sprutin'.
they do. Sprutin' and splutin'.
Yep. Fucking what was Rachel's stuffed teddy bear called?
Mr. Bobo or something like that.
Bobo Bear, something.
Bobo
yeah,
Bear,
Bobo
yeah.
Bear. I just appreciate it. It's nice. I think it's specifically as a teddy bear with no arms. I cannot remember if the bear started like that or if me and Rachel made it like that.
Me and Rachel definitely tears off at least one of the arms.
Okay, I must have missed that.
Rachel basically goes off to this like office building or factory or whatever, and she sees a bunch of computers through windows, and she calls out a very specific, very 90s screensaver, and I highly encourage everyone to Google image search "Mystify Your Mind" screensaver for a great flashback, because the name just sounded so familiar to me that I was like, that I know that. And yeah, this is exactly, it's not the I thought that maybe because it sounded so familiar it would be the that maze one, that classic Windows maze one, but no, it's just sort of the abstract shapes. But I definitely remember this being the screensaver in my parents' office, like when I was a kid.
So gut check, pipes or Mystify Your Mind?
Pipes was the one that was commonly on a lot of the computers I would look at, but I don't think...
What do you mean by gut check?
Just like preference?
I like the maze.
I meant to say, I guess, like, just on the spot decision, I guess, I don't know.
About what?
I say gut check a lot.
But gut check in what direction?
Just like check your gut. What's your gut feeling on this?
Like good or bad? I don't know why this is so difficult for you to articulate.
It's gut check. Check with your gut. Just
about
like
what?
But I don't know. My gut is supposed to be checking.
My gut says, "Hello, I'm full of arugula. Good for you." I like the maze.
It's like it's just like a thing.
It's not a thing.
It's not a thing. Gut
It's 100% a thing. Gut check is a thing.
Okay, but gut check choice.
But you gut check about a thing.
Yeah.
You know, gut check if you feel, for example, positively or negatively towards a thing, or if gut check between would you like chocolate ice cream or vanilla ice cream.
That's what I asked. I asked gut check, pipes, or Mystify Your Mind.
I like the maze.
That's
not the question. I hate this. What am I not communicating?
Pipes, I guess. If you want an answer, I guess I'll say pipes. Seda, I think, is sticking with the maze, though.
What is so hard to articulate about what I am saying? What is being lost in the sauce here?
It was just a nonsense question. It was a nonsense question. That's all. It's all right.
It lacked the particular context that I think you were trying to communicate. But in any case,
there's something that happens in this book a couple times that I thought
hold
would
on.
be
Sorry to interrupt you, but my roommate who is in the next room over did just DM me on Discord to say gut check is a thing. IDK, what else you were talking about, but it is a thing.
It is a thing.
No,
I know. Gut check.
I know that. I just wanted to point out the fact that I am yelling about this so loud that my roommates can.
Anyway.
I thought it would be a clue, but it turned out not to be, I think, because it didn't, like, come back up. But, so, I guess it's, maybe at both times it happens to Nice Rachel, but it happens to her on the bus, somebody asks, "Are you okay?" And her answer is, "Can you tell?" And then again, when she calls her dad, he asks, "Are you okay?" And she says, "Can you tell?"
Yeah, it's Nice Rachel both times. Yep.
Yeah, and I was like, so is that a clue? But it doesn't. It doesn't come back. It doesn't come up again.
I thought the same thing. I was like, because it's such a weird way to say anything.
Yeah, because it seemed like a automatic, like a programmed response of some kind, and like it was gonna play into the solution, but it didn't.
I mean, sometimes you just say a thing like that, like.
Well, but it's a book, and somebody wrote it, and the words have to mean things, you know? Especially if you do something twice.
Yeah,
it's got to mean a thing, and it doesn't.
Yeah, Chekhov's. Can you tell?
Can you tell?
For some reason, like just the words "can you tell" and like I've watched like 3 episodes of the show, but like in my head that just like is such a Carrie Bradshaw thing to say, and I don't know why, but it is.
Oh, that's Sex and the City, right?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
I have never watched even a single minute of it.
Me neither.
It's not a bad show, I don't think, most of the time.
I don't think I'd have a good time with it.
Yeah, I mean,
you gotta make sure you get the right episode, and you don't get the episode about one of the, like, that guy from what's his name? John Slattery? Whatever. Yeah, so you don't get the episode where John Slattery tries to get someone to piss on him.
Oh! Or maybe you do get that episode.
That sounds like a good episode. Rachel calls her dad, and he's like, "Are you on drugs, sweetheart? You can tell me. Please tell me if you're on drugs." And she's like, "I took ibuprofen." And he's like, and she's like, "No, but I'm not on other drugs." "Okay, Dad, I have to talk to you about aliens." And he says, "My cleaning lady is an alien, and she does a great job." And Rachel goes, "Oh, what?" And then he says that she's like Polish or something. It's like, okay.
That is not a normal way people talk.
No.
I understand what Capplegate was doing here.
Yeah.
But people don't just call other people aliens unless it's in a specific legal context or if they're like weird and racist.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that was I think what, I don't know, what was maybe, I don't know, it was the 90s. Did aliens?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like that, the nomenclature surrounding that has like definitely come a long way, I think. But like, 6-year-old me didn't get this joke at all. I was just like, what the fuck is, like, do you mean an immigrant? Did you use the wrong word?
I definitely remember I read a lot of books about aliens as a kid, because I'm the exact same person that I've always been.
Right.
And I definitely remember a lot of like weird immigration jokes in a lot of the books. So I think that was always a thing. I just don't know if it was as charged of a term, but it's entirely possible that it was.
Yeah.
And then I love after they hang up and Rachel's like, "You have to come see me. I have to tell you all of my secrets." And her dad's like, "Okay, buddy." They hang up. He immediately calls back. Rachel's mom answers, and she's a fucking beast. I love her. She's like, "What? No, she's not on drugs." "Well, because some of us see her every day." Yeah. And it's like, oh! Go off, Rachel's mom. Yes, get him.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. And then we're back to mean Rachel just going fucking GTA on everyone's ass at the fucking, well, I don't even remember what it's called. I'm just going to say IBM compound.
She starts...
It's a research and development thing, I think.
Yeah. She starts a Mercedes by jamming a 6-inch... Did she say 6 inches of bear claw? Because that's a long bear claw.
I just don't think that's how car works.
No, because Rachel says that she shoved 6 inches of bear claw, so a half foot of her bear claws at the end of her bear fingers, into the ignition, and it started.
And it's like,
I think that's a good way to electrocute yourself.
Yeah,
probably.
Absolutely. And it's like an expensive car too. Shouldn't they be harder to turn on? I don't know if that's true.
I don't know. I've made a pretty good career out of just like opening a Mercedes, jamming a super long screwdriver in there, and just going.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, but she's a bear driving a car.
Yeah, she's a bear driving a car.
And so she fucks everything up by being a bear driving a car, and she's like, "Well, I did a great job." And then she gets sent home, and then it's like doesn't even end the scene. And she's like, and then it's the next scene, and she's like, with nice Rachel, like, "Well, Jake got really mad at me for like no reason because I was doing great and saving everyone. He's like, blah, blah, blah. We had a special plan and we wanted to set off the fire alarm on purpose." And I was like, "Well, too bad I'm being a badass and killing everybody." Fuck Jake.
It's something that I hadn't realized that I'd missed because it feels a little bit absent from the book since Capplegate stopped writing them herself. But like this just like get to the climax and then immediately skip falling action, and you're just at the fucking like conclusion of like not like a full book obviously, but like something like that where it's like, okay, climbing action, Rachel does a big fucking thing, and then immediately we skip like what would have been the next chapter of falling action. Yeah. And it's just it's really good. I like it a lot because it lets like the because otherwise, say that like the falling action was still here, then logic would follow that there would not be this part of Mean Rachel retelling it to Nice Rachel, or if there was, there would be that thing where it's like, and then Mean Rachel told me everything that happened, and then period, ... fade in, and that's what happened. And doing it this way with just like the hard cut away from the like climax is just like it lets the interactions happen between Mean Rachel and Nice Rachel, and I think it's very good.
Yeah. It also happens at the end of this book, just in general, like the same sort of like feeling. But so they're gonna
Rachel goes into the barn to like spy, and she does it as a fly, and it creates a really great visual where Eric walks in, and his hologram is not like designed to fool flies, like fly eyes, and so Rachel just sees him as like a bunch of moving light, and it's so cool. And then he turns his hologram off, and she sees just his like android form. I'm so glad Eric was in this book, because he gets like such an amazing point here where he's talking to everybody, and he expresses like intense jealousy of Rachel for being able to separate herself into two people, so one can go do the dirty work to win the war while the other can just like live her life. And like, fuck yeah, Eric, that's so good.
Yeah. He honestly, like, I would, for reasons I know why, because it's not the Eric book, it's the Animorphs. I would love just a book like from his perspective.
I know,
because he must have like such a complex understanding of the world, and such like internal, like, even after all like these centuries that he's been like alive, like so much, like especially now, internal like conflict about, and like angst about morality, like what is moral,
for sure, you know? I really hope that they do a time travel book where they like meet him in the past or the future, like
that'd be so fun.
And that would make me really happy.
That'd be so fun.
And at this point, Rachel sort of like comes out of fly morph, and is like, haha, I fooled you all, I'm a fly. And then everybody tries to subdue her and like grab her, and then she makes them stop by grabbing Tobias, who's in bird form, and threatening to kill him. And is like, sorry my love, but as a predator you'll understand. And it's like, whoa.
and then Jake just like fake surrender, and then he gets close enough to just like
knock her out.
Yeah. Jake's got one hell of a right hook.
Yeah, it turns out.
Yeah.
And then they get the Chi to play the parts of the kids, which always makes me happy. And I love that Marco's like, ugh, I hate it when the Chi play us. The one who plays me always cleans my room, and I can't fucking find anything.
I love that is like a continuity thing, because that's the second or third time Marco has said that.
Yeah, no, it makes me really happy.
Rules.
He's just the best.
And I like that means that this is like, it's the same Chi probably playing him every single time, which makes sense, because it would give you more time to like gather information and play your part more accurately. And that means that this petty ass Chi, and Marco's like, stop doing this, and the Chi is like, okay.
I think based on what I'm seeing on the Seropedia right now, it says Eric has passed on Marco on several occasions, so I think it is just Eric who is that Chi.
Oh, weird. You'd think they'd say that, but
maybe Marco doesn't know. Maybe Marco doesn't know which Chi is. No, Eric would definitely have something pithy thing to say to him.
Yeah, I think that probably
maybe he's passive aggressive.
There's been too many times where Eric's like, Marco, where's that thing I gave you? And Marco's been like, yes. Yeah, I put it down. No. Then I moved it because I had to set up to paint models to do something else. And
I just love him.
So they decide, basically because Rachel burst into this technology thing, burst into the IBM building or whatever, and foiled their plan. The Yeerks are now moving the anti-morphing ray, but they're doing the classic thing where they've got 3 different trucks and only one of them has it. And so Jake is like, hey, mean Rachel is too out of control to come on this mission, so nice Rachel, you're coming with me because we need at least 2 people on every truck. I'm not letting any of them only get 1. And I fucking love all of this sequence because we get Jake, like, gently, lovingly guiding nice Rachel through her morphs.
It's so good.
And it's so sweet and it's so familial and, like, just plays so well off of this strong, like, the fact that Jake and Rachel have known each other their entire lives. Like, it really gave me a lot of feelings about the Blank family.
I especially like the part where they're on the top of the truck, and Jake is just to Rachel like, if you don't morph into a cockroach now, a bridge is coming, you're gonna fucking die. And that's just like a blatant lie because Jake knows there's no other way to get Rachel to fucking move her ass.
And the thing is, Rachel also is like, he's probably lying to me, but also I don't know if I can risk it, so I'm just gonna do it.
Confirmed later when she asks about it and Jake doesn't say anything.
Yeah, it's good. It's really good.
Yeah.
And, like, at this point, basically, Jake and Rachel get put in boxes as cockroaches, and it turns out it was all a trap, and they're all just, they've basically taken the trucks and just, like, shake them as hard as they can and trap everything that falls off, just in case one of them is an Andalite bandit.
A
And
Bandalite.
then, yeah, exactly, the Bandalite. And then Mean Rachel bursts in as a Hork-Bajir and starts, like, fighting controllers and stuff.
Well, she does some very controlled Mean Rachel thing, which is she kind of like sneaks in and then like lasts about 5 seconds before slitting a Hork-Bajir's throat.
Yeah.
Right.
And this whole book, I really like how it's been talked about basically in the book that they've realized that Mean Rachel doesn't only get all the violent tendencies, she gets all of the, like, reactivity, like, and all the short-term memory. She's the only one who can actually do things in the moment, and she can react to things, whereas nice Rachel actually is the only one who can do, like, long-term planning and that kind of thing. And so I really like the, like, internal struggle we get, especially from Mean Rachel, where she's trying so hard to plan ahead so that she can rain destruction in a slightly more efficient manner, and realizes she just can't, and it's, like, hurting her.
Yeah.
And it's it's really great.
Before
so good.
We should probably wrap this up, I guess. I just realized that we completely skipped over the airport scene.
Oh yeah.
But
That's so stressful. I hate airports, though.
see, the thing is that, like, maybe it's just because I knew where it was going, but, like, I interpreted that entire scene as just like that sitcom plot where, like, someone has a date with 2 people at, like, restaurants that are kitty corner. I hate those too, but, like, in my brain it's just like, this is a sitcom plot. There are no stakes. Rachel threw a lump of mashed potatoes at someone, and nothing happened. And that image is really funny to me for some reason.
Yeah, I guess that both Rachels are so clearly suffering.
Yeah.
And also their dad is so concerned. That I couldn't relax about any of it.
That's fair.
Because I was just thinking the entire time, what must her dad think is happening right now?
Yeah.
You know?
And I think that I like, nice Rachel is in so much pain, like, constantly.
Right.
Like, all of the time, and she's always upset, and Mean Rachel is always purposefully upsetting her. And she's so unable to, like, communicate because she has this complete lack of, like, short-term memory. She finds it so difficult to communicate anything that would, like, help her.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Found it difficult.
Yeah. But then
speaking of torture, Visser 3 has devised specific Andalite torture rooms where basically
it's quote-unquote specific Andalite torture rooms. He's like, is there anything an Andalite fears more than being crushed? And I'm like, is there anything anyone fears more than being crushed alive? Like, shut up, Visser 3, you fucking dumb bitch. I hate him so much.
It's like, it's in, like, what is it, the fucking first Star Wars when they're in the trash compactor? Like, it's kind of worldwide. But he's like, ha ha ha.
He thinks he's such hot shit.
Yeah. And then...
oh, yeah, whatever.
Nice Rachel and Mean Rachel start, like, teaming up while they're still in their own bodies.
And it culminates in what is possibly the scene from Animorphs that has stuck with me the most since I read those books as a kid, which is Mean Rachel turns into a fly and goes into Visser 3's brain and just threatens to demorph and kill them both in the process.
Oh, yeah. Well, so Nice Rachel goes Hork-Bajir and threatens to kill herself, which is why they stop. And then Mean Rachel's basically like, yo, I'll blow up your whole brain if you don't give up. And he's like, you'll die too. And she's like, yeah. And then, here's the thing. Yes, that is quite affecting. But the thing is, it's surrounded by Visser. She goes in. She threatens.
Yeah, I wrote this down.
Then there was a silence that lasted at least 2 full minutes.
Yep.
And then he's like, but you'll die. And she's like, I don't fucking care. Then more minutes of silence. That's so fucking long.
Seda, there is something that's even funnier about this because I made sure to write down the exact... because the threat is made, he says, you'll die too. And she says, I don't care. Then it's 2 minutes of silence. And then he just says, you! And then more minutes of silence.
Yeah. I really, after the theme song ends in this episode... Maybe I shouldn't do it. Maybe it's a mean prank to pull. Maybe I'll just do it as like a separate MP3 file. I really just want to like show everybody how fucking long this would be by just having like five full minutes of just silence and like sort of like loading dock sounds, like quiet dripping, and then a strangled you, and then more minutes of silence. It's long, y'all. It's really fucking long.
When this show gets the anime adaptation it so truly deserves.
The Wonder Years?
No, the Animorphs. When these books get we deserve an anime adaptation too, let's be real. When the Animorphs gets the anime adaptation it so truly deserves, I want this scene to be replicated, like, verbatim to the books, and if it's not, I'll fucking riot.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and then, you know, they go, and then the trucks were all decoys, and then fucking Rachel becomes 2 become 1 again by the Rachels, like, acquire each other, and then they both start morphing each other while Eric electrocutes them.
It's just science nonsense.
Yeah,
it's
exactly, it's like very much, I was like, it's either this or they're going to do something horrific where, like, it will involve morphing, but it will also involve one of them dying. You know, it'll be something.
Yeah.
And then
it's just I feel like every 10 Animorphs books, like, they're allowed, like, one of those. Like, the last one was the one where Cassie got stuck in a morph and then, like, had to turn into a butterfly before she could demorph.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I think Animorphs gets, like, one bullshit every 10 episodes.
Yeah. No, I'm totally fine with this.
Yeah.
And then there's a thing at the end that revisits
love the ending.
Yeah, me too. Earlier in the book, Rachel had been, like, thinking to herself, I think it was Nice Rachel, but I'm not 100% on that, thinking to herself about, like, the duplicity that lives in everyone, and, like, she was like, yeah, there's that mean side to Marco and Jake and everyone deep down, and she hesitates to say that about Cassie, and then when she comes to Tobias, she's like, well, I mean, it's a boy and a bird. Pretty cut and dry on that one. And then Tobias ends the book, and then, like, Cassie comes up to Rachel after the morph, and Rachel's just, like, fucking exhausted, and she's like, hey, Rachel, I'm here if you need me. And Rachel's like, Cassie, thank you, but Tobias. And Tobias is like, yeah, let's go, Rachel. The 2 of you and the 2 of me. Let's go.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's really good.
Yeah. Fucking Animorphs.
Animorphs. Yeah, the thing I liked least about this book was how heterosexual it was, but everything else is pretty good. I was there. I definitely had no idea what was happening. Basically every 20 pages, you know.
Yeah.
So, which is good and bad, but you know, it's Animorphs, so it's always fun.
Y'all want to get into questions?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. If you this one from @Heavenly Evan, that's heavenly without any of the vowels, unless you count Y as a vowel, depends on the day. Who wants to know if you were split up into 2 versions of yourself, what personalities would they have? What would one be good at, and what would one be good at that the other would suck at? So this is a little bit. I mean, I'm just gonna, like, there'd be a butch me and a femme me. Like, that's
sure.
Like, I have 2 personas at the moment. One of them is extremely butch, and one of them is extremely femme, and, like, that's. it's not deliberate, but I've once I noticed it, I really started to lean into it more.
Sure.
As far as what one is good at that the other isn't, I think my butch self would be like really, really good at focusing things on the immediate, but would have like no sense of like prioritization. If that makes any sense.
Sure.
Like it would be okay, I have to clean my room, I have to do this and this and this, and like no, like one of them is like I have to drive to the store before it closes, just like as an example, and then just like doing things in the order in which they are to be done, and then it's like, oh well, I have to go to the store now, but it's closed.
Sure.
If that makes literally any sense.
Sure. There's literate me and there's illiterate me. Just depends.
No
I
further
don't have
questions.
a sense of self, so I don't know how to answer this.
Yeah, like
That's fair.
I like even
There's
if I,
Pisces you and there's Aries moon.
Yeah.
You. Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of true.
And this question, not from someone on Twitter, but from someone in one of my Discords, I think their Tumblr is Ketchup Stan. What would happen if Visser 3 morphed while mean Rachel demorphed inside his brain? They become like the Fly, but in Z space. Which had me, it's just kind of a weird thought concept that I just had to do thinking emoji at.
Yeah. I don't like it. I don't think.
It's too much advanced systems going on here for me to really come to a conclusion on that one.
I will say I'm glad that they didn't do it.
Yeah, me too.
Do we have, because we have a couple of questions in our DMs, do we have any more on our feed proper?
Oh, none on our feed proper, no.
So Black Hole Sun on Twitter at COD Comrade says, I'm up to episode 38 where you read The Pretender, the Tobias book after the David trilogy, and I'm struck as to why, why didn't Tobias Nothlet as a human boy and then regain his powers when they had the Escafil device, when that solved a lot of angst? And I would say probably for plot reasons.
Probably something about how the Elemist wouldn't let that happen. Like, the Elemist straight up said, if you are stuck as a human, there is no way for you to morph again. And I'm sure that, like, the Elemist, like, double-checked his, dotted his I's, crossed his T's and everything.
Yeah, I also don't think Tobias wants to be a boy.
Yeah.
I
anymore.
also think that,
I think
yes.
Tobias
That's also true.
likes to be a bird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that if Tobias were to become a human again, it would be for the convenience of others.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Like for Rachel, who spends a lot of time thinking about how you can't kiss birds.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah, I've always thought that ever since like the first time he got stuck, it seemed like, well, I'm a bird now.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that sucks. Flap, flap, flap. I'm gonna eat a mouse. Goodbye. Cool. So yeah, that would be an entire episode of our podcast, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to contact the show, you can do so at the Wonder Yerks on Twitter. We have our DMs open. If you don't want to reply to a tweet we put up for questions or whatever,
Yep.
you can just pop us a DM there. If you want to support the show, you can do so patreon.com/fearbaiting. $5 and up patrons get their names read on the show.
Michael Kaiser, Paul Moran, Kit Spindler, Paul Bechtel, Ducky Aisha, and Sophie. Thank you very much for all your support.
Yeah, thank you all. If you want to find your hosts online, you can find me at BlairKitsch on Twitter, blairkitsch.tumblr.com.
If you want to find me, I am at SunhatJania on Twitter, and also on Mastodon at Snouts.online.
Mm-hmm. You can also listen to her other podcast, Hedwig Kissinger's Pokemon Going to Die, and also our sister podcast,
Fearbaiting.
Fearbaiting.
Which is back in the fucking, back on track, baby. Got an episode out this week about Possession, which is... Blair, have you seen that movie?
I have not.
You
it seems like one I
need to.
would have seen. I know.
Like, given the way you reacted, God, you should watch that movie.
Yeah. Say it.
You can find me on Twitter at nudity with an EA instead of a Y, and check out my other podcasts where I make little songs to solve little problems at Musical Mole on Twitter, and all of my other music at gaygothvibes.online.
Fabulous. Yeah, so thank you all for listening this week. We will catch you in 2 weeks with book 33. I don't know what it's called, but just that one.
It's called, hold on, I just had it. Fuck. It's called The Illusion.
Cool.
Nice. Cool. Synchronicity.
But, yep, so until then, I have been Blair.
I'm Sarah.
I'm Seda.
And remember,
Keep your hand on the Escafil device.